Good morning, everybody. I have not had time to go through the things with you that came in my independent consultant box yet, and so I'm really excited this morning to do that. I hope that the lighting is okay and it's not distracting for you. I've set up in my kitchen just because I wanted to have a little different background and didn't have a lot of room in the other place where I was making videos to do this. So just sitting at my kitchen counter and wanted to go through the items with you real quick. Being an independent consultant with Arbonne, I will tell you, my aunt has been an independent consultant for years and years. And at first she was working when she signed up. And so she had a lot of contacts in the hospital. And so she was able to introduce Arbonne to a lot of other people. And so, she was felt like she could really do it. Well, as the years went on and she retired, she didn't have as many contacts. And so there were just certain people that were still buying from her. And so she continued to keep her independent license or her independent consultant abilities with Arbonne. And so I have been ordering my stuff through her. My aunt orders her stuff through her. And so a few other people do that as well, but she does not make a lot of money on doing it at this point because she's not working it. She's not trying to introduce it to anybody anymore, but she's still getting some income from selling, even though she's really not doing anything at all to do that. So there's obviously different levels of folks that actually want to sign up as an independent consultant. If you want to put some time into it, I think it's can be pretty lucrative for you. It looks like a lot of folks are making some good money with it. You can win a Mercedes and, so a lot of different things. I did not sign up to sell Arbonne just to make a lot of money. I mean, I don't expect to do that, but what I did sign up with Arbonne as an independent consultant to do is to share the products with you because I think they're wonderful. A lot of people ask my aunt how her skin is so beautiful, and my other aunt as well that I've shared with you in the past. They really do have beautiful skin, and they want to know how do you look, when she first changed over, why do you look so different? What have you been doing? And so my other aunt that uses it, her dermatologist recommended that she use it. So obviously there's probably a lot more dermatology folks that recommend Arbonne because it is really, really good products. And I can go over, a lot of the ingredients with you, but they pride themselves on being good for the environment and providing the best ingredients, the healthiest ingredients that they can in the products that they sell. So I don't want to go into a lot of the medical mumbo jumbo with you with that because you can certainly look that up for yourself if that's real important to you. But I will tell you that they are one of the healthiest products out on the market as far as the ingredients that they use for their makeups and for their supplement items and things like that. So I've been pretty impressed to learn more about all that. So anyway, this is the stuff that came in my independent consultant box whenever I did sign up. You do have to pay, I think mine roughly was about $500 to get signed up. And now as an independent consultant, you get a huge discount on the makeup and products that you buy from them. So if you're going to continue using them yourself, I mean, that in itself is worth being an independent consultant. The amount of discount that you get on the product itself. And just as a note there, if you decide not to be an independent consultant, there is another option that you can get good discounts on the material on the products that they sell, and that is being a premier client. And so the premier client option is something to check into also. It gives you at least 20% off on all the products, and then there's groupings of products that they do sometimes. They bulk them into a value pack, and you get like 40% off on those. So it is something to check into if you do like Arbonne, you want to try it. First, just order one thing, you know, and I can help you decide on what's the one thing in Arbonne that you would recommend for me to try. And I can certainly talk with you individually about that. There's so many wonderful products. It'd be hard to just say one thing, but I will tell you, I didn't just jump in wholeheartedly in the beginning. I started using the skincare products first just to see if I liked it, and I did love it. And so I've branched out from there and using their makeup and different things. And so anyway, a independent consultant, again, gives you a big discount on the items that you might want to purchase yourself, but also it gives you money back when folks buy from you. So you can do both of those things. You can become a premier client and also an independent consultant very simply. All you have to do is go to my website, michelletalbert.arbonne.com, and that pulls up my website where you can actually buy and purchase from Arbonne. And if you go into that site, there is an option there for you to click on the Premier Client tab or the Independent Consultant tab, and it'll ask your information from that location. So anyway, so I started my video here in my kitchen, and I had my dishwasher running, and I had forgotten about it, and it started getting loud, so I had to stop it. And now it's beeping. So anyway, it's just real life here. So I had to open up the door and let it cool off for a minute. But anyway, the first thing that I noticed in my packet when I opened it up was this big envelope here, and it's got a lot of booklets and informational items in here that you really need to learn more about the product. I knew that it was a good product. I knew it was safe for your skin and all that when I started using it. Otherwise, I wouldn't have started using it. But I did not know really how good it is and how painstakingly they try to select their ingredients that are appropriate for healthy living and all of that. And so they have a huge list of do not use ingredients. So there's a lot of things on there, you know, no list for lack of a better term, that they will not use ever because maybe they have been known to cause cancer, or maybe it's not good in some way for animals, or, you know, they don't test on animals at all, but it's not good for the environment. So there's a lot of things there, and you can easily Google that and look that up, or you can give me a call and I'll give you that information. But then there's this thick catalog here, and of course it's got all of the products that they offer, and so that's kind of good that you can, you know, spend some time looking at that. But I'll jump right in. First of all, I want to talk about the products for just supplements and things. I have not tried these. I will not tell you that they're wonderful yet because I don't know. I'm going to try them though. But in my box, it does give you some options when you sign up for an independent consultant in your box, what you want to try. So it lets you choose certain things, you know, give you options of, do you want to try certain flavors of, for example, I wanted to try their protein shakes because I like protein shakes and I'm really usually in a big hurry in the mornings and I don't have time to fix breakfast. So having a protein shake is a really good option for me, and so I wanted to see what it tastes like. This is the vanilla. I opted for the vanilla and the chocolate, and so I think they've got a couple more flavors, but these were the ones that I chose. And so they're pretty big bags that you get. It's 44.4 ounces or 2 pounds and 12.4 ounces, but basically it's their protein mix blend is pea protein isolate, cranberry protein, and rice protein. And then there's cane sugar, cocoa powder, natural flavors, and a few other things in here. And I won't go through everything with you, but that's, you know, the protein shakes are going to be, you use 2 scoops of it and you add it to cold water and shake it, or, you know, I add my protein mix to other things too, that, you know, if you want to make something a little more healthy or have a little more protein instead of just all carbs. The next thing that's here in my box is the Herbal Detox tea. This is caffeine free. I don't like a lot of caffeine, honestly, because I do have migraines, and if I have too much caffeine, it can trigger a migraine for me. So I prefer to get caffeine free things. I don't drink coffee. I'm a Diet Coke person, but anyway, So this is caffeine naturally. Most teas are probably caffeine free, but there's 20 bags in this, and this is the Herbal Detox tea. And I chose to get 2 of those because I want to really try those. And I think I like warm tea in the evenings, or especially now that it's getting cold outside. I do like that. The next thing that is in my box that I chose, flavor of strawberry, is a Ginseng Energy Fizz Stick. This does have caffeine, but it's from green tea and guarana. It helps boost energy levels. And so obviously I've got 2 small kids. I've got a 10-year-old and an 8-year-old, and I need some extra energy sometimes. And so I felt like these might be a good alternative for me to try rather than drinking a Diet Coke or something like that that's not as good for me. But add 1 stick pack to 8 ounces of water and then stir. So it says do not add the full, it says do not pour into a full bottle of water, as fizzing could cause an overflow. Do not exceed 3 sticks per day. So it's telling you not to do, and I probably won't even do 1. I may try half of 1 just to make sure it's not too much caffeine for me when I first started out, but I bet they'll be really good. I got strawberry, and then this one is pomegranate. So I chose those flavors, and when you sign up, you can choose those flavors too. And this was just a little sample, which you can, as an independent consultant, you can buy samples for your customers or for your clients if they want to just try something. They're developing more of those samples. It seems like they should have a lot more. I was kind of surprised by that they didn't have a lot more options for samples, but they do have some. And so this is a sample that they put in there. This is a sample of the Silky Cleanser with vegan surfactants, and this is what I use on the Age Well to wash my face with every morning and every night. And so if you want to try this, I can certainly get you a sample of it. It feels wonderful. If you want to try that before you buy something, just let me know. And if you do buy something and you decide you don't like it, they do have a 45-day return policy. So even though you've used it, you can still return it and get a full refund. So know that when you're trying these products, because they do cost a little bit of money, and it would be terrible and really hard to make the decision to purchase them, to just try them if you didn't know they were wonderful. For that kind of money, if you didn't know you're going to get, if you didn't think you're going to get your money back on it. This is a body cleanse, lemon and ginger flavor. If you're like me, you've probably gained a little weight over this COVID time, and I have gained probably about 10 pounds terribly, but I need to get back on track. And so I thought this body cleanse might be interesting. And so there's 7 packets in here, and you're supposed to add it to 32 fluid ounces of warm water with 1 package, and then mix it up. And it says drink mixture throughout the day. Natural ingredients may settle at the bottom of the container and shake as needed. So this has got ACACI, gum, and citric acid, natural flavors, flaxseed, stevia, pea fiber, turmeric powder. So I am not exactly sure what this is going to do for me, but I would imagine it's probably some sort of something to help me clean out my body from all the toxins that I've been eating. Here it is, Halloween. I'm already starting to get the candy. The kids has got a huge bucket of candy sitting in there ready for Halloween tomorrow night. And so obviously the chocolates and all the things that I try to get candy that I don't like, and that's there's not too many of them that I don't like. And so, today's not the day to start with the body cleanse. I'll just tell you that right now. But once it's over, then I will. And then this is Digestion Plus. I have not spent the time to research how important it is to make sure your digestion is good. I will tell you that I know that it is, though, just by being a nurse and just by the little bit of knowledge that I do have. I haven't researched the the right probiotics and prebiotics and all that kind of stuff that people take for their gut. But I do know that gut health is really important. They do have a Digestion Plus supplement here. I have not researched it to be able to tell you exactly how it works yet, but I will, and I'll spend some more time with you on this when I do decide to try it myself. I don't really want to sell something that I haven't tried and I haven't given you my honest opinion on it. So, but anyway, you add 1 stick pack to 4 ounces of cold or room temperature water, and avoid adding to hot liquids, and high temperatures can be detrimental to the probiotics in this formula. So there are probiotics in here, and so I do know that this is something that I definitely want to try and get on track in my body. This I'm really excited about. It is Greens Balance. It's a dietary supplement that they use fruit and vegetable concentrates in here. Basically what you do with it is you mix 1 scoop with 8 ounces of water, juice, or Arbonne Essentials protein shake. Consume the Green Balance daily as a convenient way to enjoy your fruits and vegetables. So I do not get enough, and I don't know that any of us do. My kids definitely do not get enough of fruits and vegetables because they're just so picky. So this is going to be something that I'm going to use. I know I haven't tried it yet. I will say that I have read on some of the sites with Arbonne. You get access to those sites and you can hear what the independent consultants are saying about different things. I do now think that this is not going to be real flavorful just to mix it in a bottle of water and drink it. I think that you're going to probably need to mix it into something else, and so I do have that opinion right now, but again, I haven't opened the bottle. I'm just showing you this for the first time, so I am going to try this, and I'll share more with you about it when I do. Now, the rest of this stuff is makeup and hair products. They did put in this cute little bracelet which has Arbonne's little insignia there, and so I thought that was cute, and my daughter likes it too, so that was nice of them just to throw that in. I'll just jump back here to the back, but what I ordered was my choices. They again give you choices on some of these things, and then other things you don't get a choice on because they want you to try it, I think. But this is another one of those. It's all in the eyes. This one's volume 2. I am really loving playing with my eyeshadow, and this palette is really pretty. It's got colors like slate, quartz, geode, stone, marble, opal, aurora, sapphire, pebble, prism, amethyst, and onyx. So it's got black in here. So I'll be interested to watch some folks on video to see how they're applying these colors together, but I'm really loving playing with more than one color. In my past, I have just used one color on my eyes, and that was about it, and some eyeliner, but I'm being a little bit more creative because I've got these beautiful palettes, and so I'm interested in trying it, but I thought this was a really nice palette. And they've got, I know that they have, I've been talking with you about some of the other palettes and some of the other videos that I do. I did the palette for Cherry Blossom, which is my favorite so far. And then the other one is Volume 1, which has got some browns and different colors that I would typically use. And so those are just really nice palettes. And you can get individual colors of the eyeshadow too. You don't have to buy one of the whole palettes. And now this is a bronzer, a glow-on bronzer, is what it says. And so I have not used a lot of bronzers. I know a lot of people do use them and they look beautiful, but this nice container, you just push the button and open it up, and it's got a little mirror. And so just if you want to use bronzer, I think it helps people. I don't know, it just gives you a little more glow rather than using just the regular blush that I use. But I'm excited to try this and see how it's going to work out for me. I got the color. Let's see if there's a color on it. No, just bronzer. And then this is a lipstick. They have different types of lipsticks. So they have just the lipsticks that come in these sticks like this. And then they have some lip glosses, and they have lip liners and all that too. So I chose the color of Lotus. It's called Arbonne Smoothed Over, and it's a really, really pretty color. I hope you can see that there, but I'm looking forward to using that as well. And then there is a lip liner. I chose the color Tulip. The lip liners, I have not been one to use a lot of lip liners, but I know that they make your lips look fuller. Thank goodness I was, I guess, born with fuller lips anyway. I know a lot of people spend a lot of money on fillers and Botox and all that kind of stuff to get your lips plump looking, but I know that lip liners really help with making your lips look more plump. And I'll just show you that color right there. I don't know if you can see it very well, but it rolls up. And again, this is, I thought that the Tulip and the Lotus might look pretty together, but there's lots of different colors that you can choose from if you don't really like those colors. And then there's a blush that's in here. I chose Blossom for the color. And you know, on the internet, when you're ordering, it does show you the colors, but if you were to order a color and you didn't like it, you certainly can return it to get a different one, or to get your money back. But this one is Blossom, and let me open it up where there's no glare there. But it's all the little containers have a little push button where you just push them open and it opens up real easy. And so I don't know if you can tell the color or not, but that looks like maybe it might work for me. Again, there are different colors that you can choose from. That's just a powder blush. And then this is called Glossed Over Lip Gloss, and I chose the color Hazel. I do have hazel eyes. Again, sometimes my eyes look blue, sometimes they look green. This depends on what I've got on. Sometimes they look gray. But this is a color that is called Hazel, and it's probably going to be pretty neutral on me as a lip gloss. And so I wanted to see how I have not tried the lip glosses yet, so I'll let you know how if those work well. And then for pencil, they do have eyeliner, and this is the eyeliner that I chose. I chose the color Sage. Just because my eyes are green and I like how they look when they're green with the hazel. And this is called, again, Sage. And I'll just pull it up a little bit for you. You can't really tell the color of the pencil, but it's got a little band around the bottom that shows you what color it might look like. I've already have some green eye pencil that I've been using, and so this will be the first time that I've used this particular color in their eyeliner, and so I'll be interested to see how that works. Does it smudge or does it go on easy? And this is an eyebrow pencil. I've always had really thick eyebrows, and I have, you know, back I think I was born in the 80s, or born in the 80s. I was born in 1969, but I was growing up in the 80s, in the early 80s, when Brooke Shields was real popular, and she had really, really thick eyebrows, and so I loved them, and so I have never plucked my eyebrows. You know, I mean, I clean them up, but I've always had them real thick, and so there are lots of folks that do have thinner eyebrows, and so I have never tried eyebrow pencil. All I do is just brush mine with my handy dandy old toothbrush. Well, it's not an old toothbrush, it's a new toothbrush, so I haven't used it, but anyway, I use it as an eyebrow brush. And so I thought, because you know there's a lot of folks using these eyebrow pencils and things, I thought I might try to use them, and so I ordered this one. It's a medium color. I don't know if I'm going to need a darker color, but I did choose the medium, and I'll show you how that works, and we'll decide together if I need a different color. And then this is a tinted brow cream, and they had a couple different colors in it as well, and I chose the light medium cream, and I'm gonna have to do a little bit of research on how to use it and apply it appropriately. It comes in this little bitty container, and I bet it's got a tiny little brush on it, and that is the light to medium. And so I think you'd probably just be really careful and brush it on your brow. And so I'm gonna show you how that works when we do our video for that. The next thing that I ordered in my box is a Prime and Proper eye makeup primer. I needed some more of this. I'm loving this. I never used eye makeup primer before, and by the end of the day I'd be sweaty or whatever, and my eye makeup would be gone, or it would be clumped in the crease of my eye. If you use this Prime and Proper cream before you put your eye makeup on, it will stay all day. I'm loving this. It has become a definite thing that I'm using every single time I put my makeup on now. Along with my makeup primer, this eyeshadow primer is really, really good. It also lightens up your eye, so I don't really feel like I have to put eyeshadow all over my eye anymore before I put my color on. So this really serves a lot of purposes, and it's probably one of those things that I would say, if you're gonna try Arbonne and you just wanna buy one thing, that's probably what I would, there's so many wonderful things, but that might be in the top 5 that I would choose as just the first thing that I buy with Arbonne. This is concealer, and I talked about in one of the other videos that I did. I do not use concealer. I've never used it. I need to start using it probably now that I'm getting older and I've got some age spots and sunspots and things like that I needed to probably cover up. I just don't know how to use concealer, and I think that if when you use a concealer, I think you need, as you get older and you already have some fine lines, I think it's important that you use a more moisturizing concealer, because otherwise I have tried to put concealer on, and this is how I figured out I didn't know how to use it. When I used it, it was really dry, and so it almost highlighted the fine lines. Maybe it covered up something I wanted to cover up, but it highlighted maybe my fine lines. And so I think it's real important, and I'm hoping this one is going to be more moisturizing, and I'll let you know that. It's in a really pretty tube, and it's got a little tip on it like that, and so that's what it looks like. It looks really creamy and nice, and so anyway, that's the concealer that I will try to learn how to use and show it to you. The next thing here is just a bottle of Perfecting Liquid Foundation. I meant to bring my bottle that I'm currently using in here to show you how this works, but these bottles are wonderful. This is the Honey Beige. I typically use in the summertime the next step up and darker. That's what I've got on today, my darker. This is a little bit lighter for my skin. I have used this before too, and I use it when I get a little more pale in the wintertime, so I wanted to go ahead and get an extra bottle of this. But this bottle is designed, it's a little pump, and I have my brush and get it, just pump a little bit on my brush and use it. But it's designed to go up as you're using it. So it's going to, I remember when I was younger using the CoverGirl, and my mom used CoverGirl foundation. I'm sure they probably make their bottles different now, but back then they were just a little glass bottle of the foundation. You'd pour it out, and then by the end of the bottle, you'd have all this foundation, all stuck to the side of the bottle. And it was really hard to get out. And of course, we were always real careful and thrifty. And so, we would stick a Q-tip down in there and try to get every little bit out of that bottle that we could. But with this design, you don't have to do that. As you pump it up, the bottle, this bottom part here actually goes up, and it makes sure that you get every single drop out of there. So it's the design, they've really thought about even the designs of their bottles and things, so that you can make sure that you're getting every benefit that you can. When you do spend a little extra money, it is a little bit more expensive than just going to the drugstore and buying the over-the-counter foundation, and so they want to make sure that you feel like you've gotten every bit that you've paid for. And so this is the makeup primer, which I've already showed you in other videos. I just got another bottle of it because I love it so much, and it may have actually came, I don't know that I was able to choose with it. I think think it was just in the order, but makeup primer, and it's again designed the same way. It's got the little pump thing, and so it helps you be able to use every bit of it. I put the primer on after I do my skincare routine. Right before I start putting my foundation on, I will put this primer on, just a little pea-size amount. It just makes everything glide better, and it makes me feel like that it makes my makeup last longer and look better also. And then this is something that I have not tried yet. I've got very sensitive eyes, and so I'm really, really cautious about what I use around my eyes. Because as I'm getting older, just like everybody else does, your eyes are, you want to protect your vision, and you don't want to get any infections and all those things. And so be real cautious about what you're putting on around your eyes. But this is easy on the eyes. It is eye makeup remover. And so I'm really excited to try this. I typically don't use a makeup remover. I'll just wash my face with the cleanser that comes in my skin routine. But I probably should be using this to take off my eye makeup. It would probably come off a lot easier, and I would not have to rub my eyes or as I'm cleaning my face as much. So it would probably be really good to do that. I'm going to try this, and I'll let you know. Basically, all you do is shake it before you use it, and you saturate a cotton pad with it, and then just put it over your eyes to take off of your. And it says, keeping your eyes closed, place the cotton pads on your lids and gently press and hold for 15 seconds, and then wipe off all traces of your eye makeup. Use cotton swabs for hard to reach corners. And so again, being very, very soft, use cotton around your eyes, and very, very careful about the products that you're using around your eyes also, because we want to make sure we can see as long as we can and we don't have any problems with infections and things. And then the last thing in the box is the Replenishing Mask. This is Arbonne's True Hair. Arbonne has lotions, and they have shampoos and conditioners and all that for your hair. And so I have not tried a lot of those products. So I am really happy that this came in the package, because I definitely want to try this Replenishing Mask on my hair. And it just comes in this and a container, and I'll tell you what this little thing comes off, and it's like this, and smells actually really good. I am having trouble with my smell right now. I have to get things really, really up close. In another video, I told you that myself and my family had coronavirus over the past, it's been 2 weeks now. We were in a 10-day isolation, and we're way past that now. We're back, my kids are back to school and all that. But one thing that is hanging on with me is my loss of smell, and my, loss of taste. And so I can taste some things, and I can, to be able to smell something, I have to get it really, really close. And sometimes I can, and sometimes I can't smell it. And so that's the only thing that I'm really still a little worried about. I hope that comes back. I'm thankful that that we had a real easy time with the virus, but this is something that they say might hang on for quite a while. And so it just, never really think about your ability to smell or your ability to taste until it's not there. And then you're like, oh my goodness, this would be terrible if I didn't have this. And some folks don't have that. Some folks that have had coronavirus, that never comes back. And so that would be really, really sad. And I could get kind of choked up about that, thinking about, oh my goodness, I have taken my smell for granted. What if I was not able to smell roses or flowers anymore? I mean, that would be something that would be really, really, really bad. It's certainly something I could live with and get used to, and just be thankful that it wasn't something more, traumatic for me, obviously. But that would be something that, again, that I have taken for granted all of this time, that it would be pretty sad to lose. So I'm really hoping and praying that comes back for me and for my husband. My kids didn't really have that much of a a deal with that. My son complained a little bit of the taste being different, but I think theirs pretty much is back by now. But anyway, I know that took a long time, but I did want to show you everything that came in that box. So when you do sign up to be an independent consultant, you get a lot of products to try, which is wonderful. And then, I just don't believe in trying to sell something to somebody or offer something to somebody if I haven't tried it first myself. So, but I did want you to see all those things, and I look forward to trying everything, and I'll share each product with you as I do. Have a great day.